Hello. It's been a few days. Sorry, I've been really busy, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than usual. I kind of wanted to share some of my experiences about this career fair that I attended. It took place at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. And it was a thing that I kind of saw and thought that I had to attend because, my life is centered around sports, and that's what I want it to be. And I feel like a lot of you that might be listening might feel the same way. So when I saw it, the names listed of who would be appearing there were like the Nuggets, the Broncos, the Avalanche. I think the Rockies might have been mentioned, but I didn't see them. And then they were also saying that there was going to be like other organizations there as well. And I thought I'd kind of get into it. And then if you stick around towards the end, I have some clips because they allowed us to attend the Nuggets Rockets game that was right after that. And they also allowed us to sit courtside for a bit to watch warm-ups, which I thought was really interesting. So I have a lot of clips from that. But like and subscribe if you like the content, and if any of these types of other sides of like life kind of appeal to you, stick around and let me know as well if you enjoy that. So the career fair again took place at the Ball Arena. It was like a 3 hour about like thing that kind of went on. So they took us up into the like the upper deck, the club level of the stadium, and they had this whole organization that was kind of running it. It's kind of their whole umbrella for the sports within Denver and the region. And they led off with kind of an introduction of kind of what we should expect, as well as introducing all of the organizations that had shown up to the event. And then they had each of those organizations kind of come up and explain kind of what they were looking for, what opportunities you might have with them. And one of the odd things was that the Broncos didn't actually show up. None of like the staff or anyone that would be helping kind of seek employees, none of them showed up, which I thought was kind of suspect, but it's neither here nor there, because who I cared about showing up was the Nuggets, and they did. And so after all of that, we kind of got an opportunity to have a bit of a Q&A with everyone standing there and all of the job seekers around as well. So then everyone's kind of getting the same bit of information right then and there. And then everyone kind of spread out and dispersed back to their tables, and we were able to go around and talk to those people. So the day started off really busy for me. I only had 3 of my resumes printed off, which was not a great idea. And I should have been more prepared, but I don't think it was too big of a detriment. I think for the majority of people that I saw there, they came over prepared for their resumes and not really like very prepared in how to talk to these people and how to explain what they are looking for themselves, as well as kind of their own talents and kind of who they are. And that was kind of what I tried to go into it as like my strong suit, as that I can talk to these people. I have the experience, the history, and kind of the background to be able to support why I'd be a good fit for them. And so, when everyone broke up, I saw there's a nice young lady that led the youth basketball department of the Nuggets. And I saw her and instantly was like, okay, I have to go talk to this person. Like, this is the job that I want. This is where I want to go. This is the foot in the door of the Nuggets organization. And I spoke with her. She was super nice, super cool. And I thought everything went really well. And we'll see if anything comes out of that. And so I gave her one of my 3 resumes. And then there was another lady who ran an organization within the Denver, Colorado Springs, and some of the other outlying cities as well. She runs an organization around there for youth sports as well. And that is a wide range beyond like just basketball. They had like football, soccer, all sorts of stuff. And so she was looking for a bunch of coaches as well. But then they also offered a bunch of internships. So if internships were something that you were looking for as well, just kind of build your own credentials, there was tons of options for that as well around there, other than just jobs, coaching, and whatnot. And then also a lot of people were looking for more creation and marketing, sales, that sort of thing as well. Either way, back to the other lady's organization. So I talked to her for a bit and gave her one of my other 2 resumes that I had left, and thought that would be also a good fit, was to be coaching for them. And she had a year-long sort of season for most of these kids that were in there. It was mostly middle school aged. And so I thought that was very productive. And I mean, in the grand scheme, I did only talk to those 2 people. Those were the only 2 people that had basketball related positions. And as far as like other sports, there was like track, there was tennis, there was golf, there was some football options. But I did meet a guy there that was another job seeker that wanted to kind of restart his life and go more into something that he enjoys, and that being football. And it was difficult for him because he wanted to get involved with the Broncos, and they didn't show up, like I had said before. But what he did find was the woman that was in charge of like the marketing department for the Nuggets. Her dad is is one of the like chief operating officers of the Las Vegas Raiders. And he just so happened to be a Raiders fan. So what I'm getting at here too is that you might not get the internship or the job that you might be looking for at one of these events, but you're certainly meeting people that know other people, and just having these sort of connections is like the most valuable thing I think that you can get out of this. And that's even what some of the more seasoned employers that had been there kind of mentioned. Was they even like spoke about how having a master's degree doesn't really matter to them anymore, and having a bachelor's is okay, but a lot of the times the bachelor's is in something that you're not even involved in, and it's really just about knowing people. And if you go to one of these things expecting like, oh, I've got all these credentials and all this, I should get the job, it should be a shoo-in, like you might not get it. Like what you should focus on is like who you are, what you know as far as people skills, the way that you can handle yourself in a situation like that, and really focus on meeting these people and having a good connection with them and putting your best foot forward. Because now this guy now has someone that he can reach out to within the Raiders and potentially get some sort of like mentorship or anything like that. And it's just pretty invaluable like experience for them. Again, I think it was worth it for me, whether or not I get a job. I met people and I spoke with people, and again, like it also included the game afterwards, which I thought was fun. It just sucked that it happened to be a Rockets-Nuggets game because the Nuggets absolutely destroyed them. So I ended up leaving at like halftime. Again, if I wasn't by myself, I probably would have stayed there longer, but I got a little bored. Gonna be up front there. And either way, sitting courtside was great for a bit until they moved us up to our other seats. And during courtside, it was cool seeing all these different players go through their warm-ups, kind of seeing the skills that they were working on. And it was funny because you could see the Rockets on the other side, and Boban Marjanovic was just lacing three-pointers like crazy, yet he will probably never shoot one of those in the game, but he was sniping them. But either way, we'll get to the clips that I had saved as well as the photos. Thanks again for listening. I hope that maybe anything that I spoke about was helpful to you, and maybe if you are pursuing a job or career in the sports world, that might give you an idea of what you should be prepared for and how you should handle it. But again, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe if you could. That'd mean the world to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Traveling now at one of our 11 locations throughout the arena. Celebrate all beef hot dogs. Yeah.